Live from the Bassroom Studios 2.0 in Seattle, Washington, this is the Podworms Spacecast. The Podworms are 7 lifelong friends who live by only 2 rules. Remember the name, and if we stop having fun, we move on. Welcome to the Spacecast.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yep. Let's move on from that.
Moving right on.
Not having fun.
Let me introduce who we've got here in the room. Podworms promoter, Peter Freeze.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of leaving. Sorry.
V-neck aficionado, Chase Golka.
Hello, everyone.
Looks a thing like Jesus, Phil Williams.
He's so holy.
Yeah.
Happy to be here, Jim Charters.
I am very happy to be here today.
He's so happy.
Oh. Fan of the pod, Kevin McCoy.
You guys are the best.
Oh, thanks, Kevin.
No, Kevin.
I'm a fan of you.
What?
We'd be nothing without the fans.
That's right. Fucking nothing without me.
And yours truly, bearded since 2010, Mike McCoy.
I have a feeling that. Are you not super stoked on that intro? Or?
Hey, you want to try that again and
Do you
give it
want a
some
new one?
energy?
Do you want a new one?
Mike, let me throw you one.
Yeah.
And we also got Mike, the pod stepdaddy.
Hey.
I like that. That's
I
going to
love
be it
that.
from now on.
I love being your
Pod
stepdaddy.
stepdad.
Pod
Like he's
step-
cool, but I'm gonna call him Mike.
I'm not going to call him dad.
Hey, Mike, we're out of wine.
Oh, man. You shouldn't be getting in that cabinet, son.
You're not my real dad.
I'm not your son.
See, this is perfect.
And of course, we are missing our actual pod daddy,
Of course.
Pod daddy.
Where's my real dad?
Andrew LeClaire.
When will he come home?
I'm glad he left.
But yeah, I believe that he's still out studying to get that GED. Real proud of him for going back.
I'm really proud of him for getting that GED.
Get education,
I'm real proud
dude.
of him at this point. Yeah.
At this point,
At this point, that's the only thing he can be.
There's only so many times you can take the test. I mean,
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll get them right.
It's
I'm just proud he's still trying, you know?
right.
Yeah.
you only take the test 3 times and then you can't get your GED.
Then you are DED. Dead.
You're DED. DED dead.
if you can't tell, you have stepped into a great episode of the podcast.
We've had a bit of wine.
We are 4 bottles in.
Between 6 of us.
In
though.
fact, can we get an actual good cheers just
All right.
before we get into this?
Cheers on the pod.
Cheers on the pod.
Cheers on the pod, everybody. Hey,
Spikes in there.
That's right.
very nice.
Great. First cheers of the pod. Episode 51. Feels good.
Yeah,
Feels good to be home.
You know
It's
what's
really
funny to me? Like, we were like, man, we need some more alcohol. Where's the best place to go to get it? Rite Aid.
Right.
And yes, it is the closest place, but it's also the first time I've ever bought alcohol from a Rite Aid.
Really?
Are you kidding me?
You know,
Come on, Kevin.
Dude, drugstore's like a great place to get alcohol.
Drugstore always has good deals.
I
Yeah.
don't buy alcohol from them a lot, but I will say when I do, the prices are pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's always on sale.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah,
I
it's
obviously
working now.
I mean, you're drinking.
Um,
Now,
Look at us go.
look out next week when we
Just
record
imagine
the,
how large your portfolio would be if you would have taken advantage of the savings Rite Aid has to offer.
man.
It's true. It's just like literally, if I think of like selection, I've got to imagine like Rite Aid has the worst.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. But if you want
Yeah,
really
it's-
cheap, crappy alcohol, Rite Aid's got you.
Rite Aid.
covered.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
come join us next week when we're going to be recording live at the Rite Aid on Broadway.
On Broadway.
The best part is this Rite Aid has a big, elaborate neon sign.
It really is the Rite Aid on Broadway.
It's the Rite Aid on
If
Broadway.
we were going to perform at any
We're all gonna-
Rite Aid, it would
we're
be
all
I just
gonna-
imagine
Broadway.
like
We're all going to perform live. We'll all get our flu shots.
we are recording just off Broadway.
We'll get some cheap wine
true.
and party afterwards.
you know,
That's
I
right.
imagine like 30 years ago, this used to be like a really elaborate theater.
Yeah.
And then some developer came in and says, "Nah, we're tearing it down and putting a Rite Aid
We
in."
can put a Rite Aid in there.
What should we do with that sign? Keep it.
Keep the sign. Keep the sign.
Let's put up deals on there. Cheap wine.
And we'll close at 9 p.m.
Yeah, really.
Historic Rite Aid on Broadway. Speaking of drinking alcohol, we had referenced in our last episode a little teaser of a story about Peter getting fucking wasted.
Don't get
At
wasted.
at Jim's birthday party, his spooky Halloween birthday party. He was born on All Hallows Eve.
That's right. That's right, folks. Spooky
birth.
baby over here.
Oh, what a little spooky baby.
Spooky baby.
Peter, go tell us.
Could you
what happened on that
narrate
night.
the evening for us?
I want to know. 'Cause
I could
wasn't
not be
there,
in
yeah.
attendance, so
Yeah,
this
I
is
wanna
my
know.
first.
Bring us back.
Yeah.
Bring us
What
back.
happened?
Take us back. To
I
the-
remember it all well.
November 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Keep going. I didn't mean to question.
All
that.
right. So Jim was having a birthday party at his lovely home in, I don't know if he's mentioned this on the pod. He bought a
Jesus
house. He lives in
Christ.
Everett. I don't
No,
know if
we've
that's-
never talked about
Oh,
that.
okay. So
You bought a
just-
house?
Just for reference, Jim owns a house in the city of Everett. Okay. He's married to a lady named Caitlin. Okay, great. We got that out
Very
of the way.
nice. Very all very
So,
nice. Yeah.
He had people over. I, as a gift to Jim, bought a bottle of Stoli vodka.
I love that stuff.
Oh, that's
and
some
if you
good stuff.
love that
haven't drank
stuff.
Stoli, it's the
Stoli.
smoothest vodka.
It's weird. You guys have some sort of twisted relationship with this Stoli
We
vodka.
do. We really do.
Whenever I
though.
hang out with you guys, you're always like, you guys want to get some Stoli?
It's
Dude,
good
we do
vodka.
have
I feel like this is like a secret communist
We
handshake
do.
you guys are doing.
we're part of the Communist Party of America. if
I
you
guess
guys didn't
so.
know.
Sorry, I
yeah.
didn't mean to derail your story.
I'm just a mole. I'm not actually part of the Communist Party. I'm just spying on them. But I
Okay.
do love their vodka. So I bought a gift of vodka for Jim. Proceeded to drink half the bottle myself as a. it's
I had-
traditional.
I had-
Also, as a gift,
What
I had-
size of a Stoli was
It was
it?
the regular fifth. I had
Okay.
exactly 2 shots with Peter, and then the rest of it disappeared.
Yeah,
That's a
the
lot.
the only alcohol I drank that night was the vodka.
that's a lot.
I literally did not see Peter the entire night without a shot of vodka in his
Just a
hand.
shot, like the big glass.
Did you probably just said this, but it was like 3/4 of that entire fifth.
You just drink vodka straight?
Stoli's
really
very
good.
good.
It's good
I mean,
vodka.
It's so easy.
It's
It's
very
so
easy.
I will say,
Stoli.
I did
It's like
take.
drinking nothing.
I took one of those shots with Peter,
It's
and
like
he was like,
taking-
"Oh, here, take one of these." And I was like, "Oh, vodka. That sounds like a bad idea." It actually was very smooth.
See?
It's
Stoli
it's
vodka
delicious.
Stoli
good
is,
vodka.
is the
good.
best vodka in
It
the
is
world.
a good activity
Dude,
alcohol.
I love how Stoli vodka, the packaging looks so bad.
Yeah, it's because it hasn't changed in like 60 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
They can't afford to redesign it.
Like if anyone else tried to touch it for the rest of the night, Peter was just like Stolich.
No.
No, I was encouraging people to take shots, but they were afraid.
They were all afraid. Very afraid.
I
There's a
had
key
some
to
lovely
taking shots of
conversations.
vodka.
Huh?
Actually, there's a key to taking shots of
What's
vodka.
that?
You take a deep breath in, you hold your breath, you take the shot, and then you breathe out your nose afterwards.
Your nose.
Yeah, the way that I did it was take a shot, take a shot, take a shot. But you can do that too.
I don't get this.
Wait,
Like,
so why-
liquor's gonna taste like
Is it,
liquor.
is it for the
I
fumes or
don't
something?
know
What's the
what
deal?
it is. I don't know what it is, but it makes it a very.
Is this
smooth.
an ancient
there's-
Golka tradition?
There's a similar thing for tequila.
It's true though. I did not believe it at first, and then I did it, and I was like, "Wow, that felt like I just drank a little thing of water, like nothing."
Is this an ancient
I've actually heard.
Eastern
So
European thing?
if you take a
There's no
shot,
burn.
if you take a shot of really cheap whiskey, and you bend over
Oh
forwards,
God, here we go.
and you
way.
and you hold it upside down in
Yeah.
your hand, and,
Yeah.
take the shot upside down, like kind of Spider-Man style.
Right,
with Mary
right, yeah.
Jane,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it still just tastes like cheap whiskey.
Oh,
okay.
wow,
Yeah.
that's-
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Yeah, it's
Good.
really interesting.
Thanks for that tip.
Thanks, Dad.
Pot tip.
First pod tip of the
Pod
episode.
top tip.
So, as I was drinking this vodka, I was having a great time.
At what point?
Sounds
Okay,
like
so
it.
A couple of shots in.
There was
So Peter, I'd like to know something though
Yeah.
before a couple shots in. So you were like the party had gone on for like several hours already, and you had been drinking, and I had been drinking, and I had gone outside, and you and Andrew and like Mike and who else is out there? Daniel or somebody were all on the deck, and I was talking to you guys, and I seemed more inebriated than you or the rest of you. So at that point, I was like, Peter's fine.
Peter goes 0%, 0%, like drinking, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then 100. Like there was a time where he was just joking around, being regular Peter, and then all of a sudden there was at one point where he started laughing and fell into your TV and caught it and didn't break it.
That was the moment. Yes, I remember.
No. So let me.
That was the moment he fell into the
First
TV.
of all, on the night of my wedding, I drank quite a bit and was absolutely fine.
The night before.
The night before. The night before.
We got pretty fucked up the night before.
I was gonna say, I was like, you didn't come to the after party after the
No.
wedding.
No, I drank quite a lot on the night of my wedding and was like, you know what? This is a good spot to cut it off. Woke up drunk still for the day of my wedding.
Yeah.
But was fine. So Jim's, I did laugh and fall backwards into the TV, caught the TV with my hand, said everything's okay, and then proceeded to take one more shot.
Everything's okay. Where did my shot go?
realize that.
And
I didn't realize that.
And I was fine.
Yeah.
The problem was we got into a conversation later and someone was like, what have you been drinking? And I was like, oh, I'll show you. And I went back, grabbed the bottle. I was like, probably shouldn't take any more. What is that? It's vodka. Let me show you. And I took just a drink out of the
Wow.
Wow.
That's true. Like, I don't know what a liquid is unless I see someone drink
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Unless you've seen somebody.
Sorry,
if I
Can
had
you-
not,
can
if
you
I had
prove-
not just pulled,
Can you prove to me that that's a liquid that you can drink?
I don't think
I don't
that's
believe
vodka.
it. That looks like a solid. 1 second
Peter,
until
this
you
looks
drink
like,
it.
Peter, you're
That
like
looks like a gas. I don't know.
You were like a Viking, like proving your honor. This is what I've been drinking. Ha ha! And you took like a swig of it.
that's how I sounded.
And then fell into a TV.
Yeah, and then
It's
fell-
the best.
that was after the
so
TV.
I'm so
that
sorry. He
last
He has honor.
But
He has honor.
Drink of the gods.
I ate quite a bit of fajitas before that.
Dude, I'm about to bust my fajita right now.
So that's what I felt like. But that one pull from the bottle, I was like,
that
oh,
was it.
fuck.
That
And
was
Jim's
it.
house is tiny and it only has one bathroom.
Correct.
And I was like,
A
well,
beautiful home. Just-
beautiful
just small.
home.
It's very small.
And then I was like, well, I don't want to take out the bathroom. You know, I'm just going to go lay down. And so I walked up the narrow stairs.
Should have gone to the bathroom.
Great album.
By the
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
By the death cab. I walked up the narrow stairs by the death cab that Jim owns.
The death cab.
What a cutie.
Excuse me? What? Death cab?
And
Downstairs.
Okay.
we're off track.
All right. Fine. Sure. Oh, yeah. No, I got you
Remember,
now. Okay,
this is
narrow
zero
stairs.
tangents
Come
on
on,
this podcast.
Jim. Keep up.
So I walked upstairs and thought, I'm just going to lay down. Oh, there's a real big dog bed there. That looks like a great place to lay down.
Yep.
And then I grabbed a quilt. I was like, you know what? If I was going to throw up on something, I'd want to throw up on
Where'd
this.
you grab the quilt from? I'm curious.
No idea. It looked like it was it
neighbors.
looked like it was one of those.
neighbors.
I just popped over to the neighbors real quick.
It looked like it was one of those packing blankets, you know,
They didn't
like
mind.
the.
Okay.
Wait,
So let me just get this straight.
Yeah.
This whole story is Peter went to a party and drank too much.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
feels
I don't
like I
know
called
why-
that Tuesday.
Hey, yeah, seriously. I agree. I was asked to share. Yeah. But long story short,
Where's the strippers? Where's the blow? Like, where's the good part?
Oh, it's coming.
Long story
not from that
short-
story, but it's coming.
long story short, I wind up sleeping on the dog bed
Yeah.
with wave after wave of vomit just coming out of my neck.
Oh no!
Waves.
Yeah, and for some reason the McCoys had the presence of mind to be like, Peter's still upstairs, something's wrong, and they both went up there. They used their drunk spidey sense.
In my,
Yeah, Julia's all about when she gets drunk. She's like she turns into like hostess or something. She's
Is
like,
everyone okay?
yeah, literally, yeah, and she's like
scene is safe.
she's cleaning
Scene is
everything.
safe.
She's
Scene
like
is
helping
safe.
everyone. Like we've thrown parties where she made Jello shots and she went around and served it to everybody, and then came around 5 minutes later with a trash can for everyone's
Oh
like.
my!
Like
Yeah.
she
She's
gets
a
drunk and she's like, I'm gonna
maid.
take care of everyone.
I love it.
I have to take care of everything.
I'm gonna have her come
Not a
over.
bad quality to have.
Yeah,
No.
really. Though.
When my
Oh,
house is
absolutely.
really dirty, I'm just gonna have her come over. Give her a lot of alcohol.
Nobody's ever like, ugh, I went to a party last night and this girl gave us like tons of Jello shots and then she like cleaned up after us. Right. I'm never going back.
No, it's the best. It's
It is
literally
awesome.
the best.
Yeah.
I was told that I was a very cooperative drunk.
You were. No, you definitely were. Because
Cooperative.
we kept coming up and checking on you, and we're like, "Do you need to? Are you going to go home? Or are you going to stay here?" And you're like, "No, I think I'm going to stay here." And then you like turn around and be like, "Thanks so much," and you'd shake our hands. Thanks so much for taking care of me.
Yeah,
That's so cute.
Yeah,
You're just a
boy.
little cute.
that's how I got my current job.
By being
Being a very cooperative drunk.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
All right, good.
Good. That is very exciting.
Yeah, don't make me tell a story again.
Never again. That was
All right.
that was the last
Don't
one.
make you tell a story again or that
No
story
more
again?
stories.
Any story.
Any story.
No stories.
Ask me.
Would you tell me a bedtime story?
Yeah. It's about Peter the drunk.
Yeah.
We said no more
this
stories.
This sounds like the same one.
Peter, we said no more stories.
Listen,
more
to, listen to
stories.
episode 51 of the pod. You can hear it.
That's right.
Oh. Wow.
So we got some pod mail this week. Really excited about it.
I'm excited for this pod mail.
I'm excited for this pod mail too.
I'm also excited about it.
You know,
I was the first to be excited about it.
I was the
Let's
first.
get excited.
in here.
Let's get excited.
Let's get excited.
In here.
Our first pod mail comes from our very own friend of the pod, Evan Honor.
Oh, this beautiful, beautiful man.
He writes, "Hey Podworms, was listening to your spooky spectacular and wanted to help contribute some content."
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, we don't need help with content, but we'll
got the
certainly
content.
take it.
When did he? Just curious. This is a Halloween one. When did he send this in?
You have to be a certain.
He sent this in when he was listening to the Halloween one. I don't know. I'm just giving it to you as it comes.
Curious.
Let's hear what he's got to say.
Yeah, what does
I'm
he have to
curious
say?
for this 10.
It's okay, Mike. It's
You
okay.
know,
We
so
don't, you don't
this
need
is-
to answer. We just
this is
we
great.
were just, we were just
Like,
wondering.
Why am I on the hot seat right now? Okay.
We've got a good track record of reading emails on time.
Yeah. And we're doing it.
Well, I can really relate to this letter because I also wasn't on the Halloween one, so I have an outside perspective
neither
of that
was
episode as
I.
well.
Well, I listened to it. I listened to it, obviously, but I want to know like what Evan thought.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you.
Okay.
If you just fucking
Mike,
shut
could you-
up for a
could you tell
goddamn
us-
second.
Could you read the
Just tell us what
fucking
he said.
email?
Do we have to do this whole rigmarole every time we get pod mail?
You know what, Mike? Mike, maybe let's just read the email.
I'm just gonna read it.
Yeah, okay.
I
just
don't know
read
what
it then.
rigmarole is, but I definitely want to keep doing it.
Kevin, just
Yo, dog, got any more of that rigmarole?
rigmarole.
Give him the old word.
Rigmarole me one of those, huh?
Hey, go up to the local Rite Aid, get some rigmarole.
So I'm gonna continue.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
all right, sure.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Mike.
He wanted to help contribute some content for the spooky Halloween episode. The coolest way to talk about a discount is calling it a disco.
Oh,
Not a
my
DC.
God.
He gives an example.
Oh, that is so cool.
Did you remember my disco for the your chosen item here?
Snapple variety pack.
Okay, I'll say it again with that.
Yeah, do it again.
Did you remember my disco for the Snapple variety pack?
Oh my God, that was cool.
Now try it with
Those have
DC.
the best facts.
And then he said, "Great show, long time listener."
That was the spooky part?
No, what?
I thought he had some spooky
I didn't
stuff.
think that email was very spooky.
It was for
Yeah,
the.
God damn it! It was from the Jesus Christ! It was from the Halloween episode.
Peter, they said that in the Halloween episode.
The whole
You were
episode, we're
there.
talking about how
I was not
Andrew
there.
went to Walmart to get pumpkins and he got a discount
got a
because we were
DC.
saying that Emily worked at Walmart.
Yeah, I guess what I'm realizing is that Halloween episode wasn't very spooky.
So
All right.
Okay, well,
All
for everybody
right.
who's listened to it, it was very spooky.
It was terrifying.
Everyone was so they would not listen to it again.
Yeah, it was very scary.
Yeah.
It was so easy for me to count each and every one of my individual hairs because they were all on end.
Yes.
Wow.
I have a tie-in to the Halloween thing,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
if you want.
Go
it
ahead.
spooky?
Because I listened to it, I also had some thoughts about that episode.
Okay, good.
Okay, tell us.
One of the things that stuck out is you said that you wanted to know what was inside a Wonderball. And then you talked about Kinder eggs,
Yes.
specifically being banned in the US.
That's what I recall, yes.
So I did some investigative journalism.
Okay.
Great.
And I have not only a Wonderball, but a Kinder egg.
Holy shit.
He has
And
both.
I think it is time to find out what the fuck is inside
Yeah,
of
I
these
wanna
things.
know. Where did you
get that?
7-Eleven.
Firehouse, yeah.
So
On the way here.
the caveat to this is that Kinder egg is not the same one as that is in Europe. It's just the Kinder egg they sell in America.
Okay,
It's
so I'm
called-
not 100% crazy.
No, you're
Kinder
not.
Egg
This is
American
not a Kinder
edition.
egg. It's a Kinder. Not at all.
Jen is so angry.
This is not a Kinder Surprise. This is bullshit.
Okay, so we had to take a break because it was too difficult to record the podcast and open up the Kinder Egg and the Wonderball. But I think we could talk about our experience
we
now.
can't multitask very well.
No, we're not good at that.
Not at all.
We all became 3-year-olds of joy, of excitement, of a new candy.
So what was in the Kinder Egg, Phil?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Not really an egg
It was
to begin with.
It was beyond my wildest expectation because exactly as Jim said, it was not an egg. It is egg shaped, but it's two pieces of plastic that separate, like splitting a hard boiled egg. And then there's another layer like of film that you have to pull off like a yogurt. And then one side is their like hospital sealed weird Star Wars tool.
Sealed?
Toy. Like sterile. And on the other side, it's just like a goop of frosting
With
a
little spoon,
a little Kit Kat ball. Oh yeah, there's a miniature spoon also involved. Literally, like
lots of parts.
If the human population all of a sudden decided these things were the best candy in the world, like global warming would go up so fast. There's so much packaging involved in this. It's absurd for literally
true.
like 100 calories.
It's true.
Sure.
very, very un-German, like very inefficient to deliver the candy to you.
Not the Kinder Egg that I know in my heart.
Not a Kinder Surprise,
there you
that's
go.
for sure.
And Chase, what was it like cracking open a nice old Wonderball mini?
It was pretty pleasant actually. The little candies inside were very good, reminiscent of a sweet tart. As we said in the chat. What?
Sorry, reminiscent of a sweet tart just got me.
It was.
It was reminiscent of a sweet tart.
It was reminiscent of a sweet tart. Yeah, no,
Her
it was
lips.
a wonderful. You guys,
Reminiscent of a sweet tart.
just
Oh my god!
just a
was
wonderful.
a warm summer sky.
Those are lines from a person in the words.
Her bosoms drooped like the Kinder Egg.
the sweet tart.
For me to dip my spoon in.
Her skin as flawless as the frosting in the Kinder Egg.
Very pleasant experience overall. Yeah.
That is great. I feel like this is a good way to kind of put a bow on the what's in a Wonderball, what's in the Kinder Egg, what makes
what's
it
in
different.
there?
Finally, we figured it out.
So if you listen to our Halloween
closure.
episode and we're like, well, I wish I just knew.
Some closure.
So,
There's the answers
Finally.
for you.
Happiness is in a Wonderball, disappointments in a Kinder Egg.
Guess so.
Yeah.
I guess
So,
so.
hey, if you're a listener from Europe, send us a Kinder Surprise for real, though, and we'll evaluate that.
Absolutely.
Again, sounds like something Chase
We'll
is
evaluate
interested in.
it.
Kinder Surprise.
And I won't be offended that you're calling my Kinder Egg not real.
Well, happy surprise. We actually have another Podmail.
Wow.
Yes. Let's read it.
We're going to get right into it. This comes from our pod fan, Jared Fritz. Up and coming super fan of the podcast. He's the one that met us at Peter's wedding.
Oh, Jared.
Nice.
He's the one that came up to all of us and introduced himself and said he came because he wanted to meet the podcast.
Yes, he did not come to see me get married. He came because he wanted to meet the rest of the pod.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't either.
Yeah. Same.
yeah, you wanted to meet the pod.
Yeah, I wanted to meet the pod.
You are
fan.
the number one fan.
The other one fan.
Yeah,
we're starting a club together.
Jared's Podmail starts off like this.
I would hope that you're reading it from the beginning and not from
You just read it from the middle.
Jared's his Podmail.
He says,
it ends like this.
Oh, okay.
Sincerely,
Whoa, we're
Jared.
gonna Tarantino it.
The middle is a little bit
Can
like
we
this.
can we Tarantino his
Yeah,
Podmail?
let's hear it.
I'm gonna start off with the ending.
Yes,
I love this.
Tarantino.
I love this.
And then I'm gonna give you a little taste of the middle, and then we're gonna read it all the way through.
Yes.
Perfect. Around the end, he says,
Yep.
I owe it all to the pod.
Oh my God! Why did he say that?
Oh man, I'm so hooked.
I'm interested. Why
Wow.
did he say that?
Middle of this wonderful Podmail that we received.
Yep.
Stuck in the friend zone.
Oh wow! It not where I was
More-
expecting it to go, but I'm still very interested. I want to know how those are.
Do you guys want to?
I wanna
hear this?
Read
Yes. You guys
You
want to
got
hear
me,
this?
Tarantino.
Read it.
Yeah.
Hey, Podworms. I'd like to inform you of a budding romance in my life that you all played a part in.
Damn straight.
I've been stuck in the friend zone for almost 5 years now.
Yep.
What is that? I've never been in one, so I wouldn't know.
Good one, Kevin.
Thanks a lot,
Nice.
Boom.
Kevin, we're lifelong friends. You've been in our zone.
Kevin, you have to be friends with women.
Boom. Called me out on truth.
I was hesitant to do it, but I suggested to this lovely lady that she listen to the pod.
Oh.
She actually did.
That's amazing.
We've since had some rousing conversations about shiplap, sheet cookies, and how we love the episodes where Dad's gone. No rules.
There's no rules.
Jared, I love those episodes too.
Yeah, same.
But I love them when Andrew's here too. Contractually, I have to say that. We've now been on 2 dates, and I feel really good about things. I owe it all to the pod.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, that's how we. Wow.
Thanks, Jared.
Keep squirming.
Keep squirming, Jared.
Man, I was not.
Who is this enchanting gentleman?
Yes.
It's, I believe, Peter's friend.
I work with him.
This will either be like a wonderful moment for them in the future or a really bittersweet thing as he listens to this episode.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will have a rousing game.
Rousing.
NSRG.
That's
rousing.
Yep.
What it is, everyone. I'm Jacob Meza, the host of the podcast So It Is Told. Each week I read a new folk tale or fairy tale with a local comedian and or world traveler. Like your drunk grandma reading a bedtime story, there's suspense,
Oh my god, they are cannibals!
magic, and all-around madness.
They're birthing hips!
Available on any mainstream podcast directory.
And welcome back to the Podworms Spacecast. Thanks for sticking with us after the little break there. I actually had, it's not my story. It's Julia's story.
Yep.
But it is so good
Yeah?
that I wanted to share it with all of you. I think some of you have heard her tell this story.
Yeah.
But recently we were trying to go to a show down in Seattle. We got all the way down here, like we went to dinner, and then we got all the way down here, and somehow she ended up getting food poisoning. Like we were parked at like Pacific Place, like right near where the Paramount, where we were going to go see something, and it was like 10 minutes until the show, and she's in the bathroom like throwing up, and this is a bummer, of course. But she's in there, and she goes in, and there are 5 stalls, and they're all taken except for the handicap stall.
Right.
And so she's like, well, I got to take the handicap stall. She goes in, and she's throwing up in the handicap stall. And then during the time that she's in there, all the other stalls kind of like clear out, and then someone comes rolling in.
Oh my god.
And
I've never had this happen to me before.
yeah, like kind of like the thing that you're like, this never happens, and you're not really worried about it, but like there is that like this could happen,
And then it happens and you're not prepared.
right? Not prepared. She's throwing up. All the other stalls are empty, and this person rolls up and is like knocking on the thing, being like, "This is a handicap stall," and Julia's like yelling, "She's like, I'm so sorry, I've got food poisoning.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure this out. I'll get out in a second." And then she gets out, and the lady is like, clearly she like just has a broken foot. Like she's not actually like permanently handicapped. And she's like, oh my gosh, you know that this is for handicaps. Like you cannot use this. You cannot use this stall. And so Julia's like super apologetic. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like all these doors were closed. You know, everybody was using these stalls. Like I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And the person's just like not ignoring that and goes in. And then Julia like goes outside, and at this point I'm in the other bathroom, and so she goes out, and she's just kind of waiting in the hall, and she's like a little shaken by that, and really frustrated. I mean, she's also feeling sick. She's also really frustrated that we're like missing the show. It was to go see Jonathan Van Ness from Queer Eye, and we were gonna go see that show, and we ended up missing it. But while she was leaning against the wall, the girl with the broken leg comes out and is looking for the handicap button by the door, and she can't find it. And she's sitting there like kind of frustrated by it. And then Julia like reaches behind her back
Oh no! Oh my god!
and realizes that she is leaning against the handicap button.
Oh,
And
God.
she steps away and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like I was leaning against it." And the lady goes, "Fuck you."
Oh my God.
You hate handicap, and like kind of goes on this like rant and like closes, like opens the door and like kind of like leaves in a huff and just like laughing and crying and like upset and like about to throw up and like this whole thing. But it was like literally like worst case scenario.
Julia single-handedly just writ a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
So also, if I was Julia, I would have just snuck my hand behind my back and just pushed the button.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
Well, the door's just opening. It's like it knew you were here. Wow.
Jesus is real.
I don't think she like even after like having the like initial like disgruntled like conflict in the restroom, I don't think she anticipated the person.
You would never
God,
anticipate
like the way
that
she tells it
happening
so
a
much better. But
second
the lady literally was like, "Fuck you," like as if she's like got it out for handicapped people. And this person's just—it's not even like handicapped.
Temporary.
Yeah, it's like
They just
Oh
broke
my
their
God.
leg.
they just broke their leg, which is probably why they're super antsy about it. I
Disgruntled
don't
and
know.
upset.
Well, that's that person's fault
and
for
what's
going out.
even more ironic is that person broke their leg while kicking a handicapped person.
No, it couldn't be.
So who's the real
it's too bad we didn't
here?
see that in a flashback.
That's right. Well, we're going to wrap up this episode with a classic game of NSRG, the non-sequitur ranking game. We have already taken a look at these, and everybody's already rated these in order, but the words that we are using, the things that we are using today are boats, boots, bots, and tubes.
Boats, boots, bots, and tubes.
Boats, boots, bots, and tubes.
Come on down. Get your boats, boots, bots, and tubes.
We
Come
only
on.
sell 4 things.
Come on down to the Puyallup Fairgrounds.
You come over to the Puyallup Fairgrounds. You come down to Billy's Boats, Bots, Boats, Boots, Bots, and Tubes. I only got boats, boots, bots, and tubes.
That's triple BTs.
Are you tired of going to buy your boats, bots, and boots? And they don't even got tubes for you?
So we've rated these 4 things. So Phil, what was your 4th?
You know, it was tough because when I looked at all these, I thought, y'all could be 4. This is a terrible list.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like these all could be winners.
I agree a little
Y'all
bit.
could be 4.
Hold on.
But
Okay,
I had to go with bots.
Okay.
I picked as number 4.
I chose bots because you ever tried to buy tickets to the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No.
See? Hold on. Wait, have you?
Yes?
Yes.
Do you
Multiple
like
times.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Wait.
Yeah.
Chili Peppers.
The Peppers
You
are
like
all
the Red
right.
Hot Chili Peppers?
How dare you guys?
I do like the Peppers.
Chili Peppers are
if you
great.
guys don't
Yeah,
wanna
they're
see-
great.
If you guys don't want to see the Peppers,
That's fine.
I don't mind
That's
the
fine.
peppers. I don't love the peppers.
I'm using them as an example because
Okay, go for
there
it.
are so many like Ticketmaster bots and like
Yes.
bots that
Instagram
just, like,
bots.
Like yeah, exactly.
Twitter
Bullshit
bots.
Fake bots or like Reddit bots. I just do not like
You
these
don't-
like people write this dumb program to.
You don't like the bots.
I don't like the bots.
Yeah.
Well,
bots,
I'm old school.
Bots is not my last, but it's the next.
What, I'm sorry. What do they do? They just write.
So
what do
like ticket people will make bots for Ticketmaster. So like when Garth Brooks comes on, it's like, yeah, here's my new stadium tour. They use their bots to create a bazillion accounts and buy all the tickets the instant it comes on sale.
Oh
because
no,
they're-
I hate that too.
Yeah.
that
Bots.
No,
Bots,
okay,
like
okay.
bots.
I hate that too.
Bots.
Oh shit, that changes everything.
I put bots last, but that was tough because it could have been first because bots could be robots.
It just moved from first to fourth
Yeah, it's
in
tough.
this conversation
First to
because I
fourth.
thought robots
Yeah.
were pretty cool.
No.
And then I dropped it down because robots, much like bots, could also ruin our lives.
Yeah.
They could take over.
Yeah, that's why I put tubes in 4th because they could also ruin your lives.
Have you
No,
ever seen
no.
Terminator?
Yeah. Skynet goes online.
It's like a bunch of bots just killing.
Fucking
around.
people up.
Just bot
People.
nerd.
Fucking people.
Plus, if you ever played a multiplayer game and your teammate quits and you got a bot,
Bots?
Yeah.
Oh,
no
you're
good
fucked.
game.
No bot.
You know,
get out of here. Yeah,
so-
we lost because we had a bot.
It's so true,
So
though, actually.
I put bots as number 3.
I put bots
but
as
only,
3, too.
only because bots can be used for good or evil.
Oh.
What?
Enlighten me on the good.
Perhaps
they can be redeemed in
Phil,
my
you remember?
eye.
You remember an old video game named 007 Nightfire?
Quite
Yes.
well.
Remember you used to like
very
you could
well.
play like you
The
could
ski
play
lodge
you and
level?
your ski lodge
Yes.
level. You play like 2 of your friends and like 18 bots, and you just like blow them up the whole game.
Golden
That was
gun.
a lot of fun.
You play as Odd Job. You're throwing that hat
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
use
Nice.
like the drone.
Exactly. The missile launcher.
So good.
Oh yeah, the flying missile launcher.
yeah,
That,
yeah. The remote control one. Yeah.
Jim, what did you put it as 4 then?
I put tubes.
No.
I ain't got no use for them.
Well, yeah, you do.
oh, I will.
So
hey, we'll wait.
tubes can also be.
Wait, hold on a second.
All right.
We're jumping ahead
All
of
right.
ourselves.
Let's move on to 3 then, because I got a rebuttal for tubes.
Chase, what did you put as 4?
I put my 4 is boots.
What?
What?
You don't like boots?
Bruh.
I just put
What if
everything
you're gonna
else
get mud in your socks?
before boots, and that's why boots is last.
Dude, you have the worst logic in this
Boots is
game.
last.
Boots is last because everything else was before boots.
What do you got against boots?
I don't know how to explain it any more clear than that.
Chase, do you know how to play
Yes.
the game?
I do know how to play the game.
Chase, do you
I've
own,
got
why
a
you
lot
hate
of
boots.
reasons.
Chase, do you own a pair of boots?
4 is like last, like worst place.
Last boots.
Not a
Why
fan of
is
boots
that?
over here.
You know what? You know what, you guys? Fuck boots. I'll say it right in front of all of you.
Whoa.
You got a
Chase,
problem with that?
Chase, are you just upset because you're handicapped and you can't wear boots?
No. Okay, maybe.
Number 3.
Number 3. I put tubes as number 3.
Okay.
What? I also put tubes as number
We
3.
clearly have different
I
priorities.
put tubes as number 4.
I don't need tubes.
Yeah, you do.
What do you mean you don't need tubes?
That's why tubes are
Plumbers
number 4.
need tubes. My house needs tubes. I don't need tubes.
Do you need your house?
No.
Did you know that you're kind of made of tubes?
Yeah, you're
Everything,
made of tubes.
everything is. I put
Tubes is number 1.
Did
Mike.
you know?
Yeah, tubes is my number
is
1.
number
Number
one.
1.
The internet is a series of fucking tubes.
Dude, that's why I gave it 3.
It's a series of tubes.
Your body is tubes. Your house is tubes.
Everything is tubes.
Everything's
What-
tubes.
Everything is
Tell me-
tubes.
Tell
to
me
win the
what.
election.
Tell me
God
what
damn it.
tubes have ever done for me.
Yeah, tell me.
Oh,
One
yeah.
thing. One
Oh,
thing,
I don't
tubes.
know.
They have removed the nasty defecation that you create every single day.
Maybe allowed blood to
Those
flow
are,
through your
those
body.
are pipes.
Thank God all of
pipes.
Those are pipes.
Thank
That's right.
God
Those are
your
pipes.
mothers
So wait,
didn't get their tubes tied.
Tubes, pipes. You aren't right. Tubes is number 1.
Wait, does Mario travel through pipes or tubes?
Tubes.
Pipes.
Pipes.
100%
Tubes.
pipes.
Okay.
These are synonyms.
No,
they
they're
really are
not.
the same
They're
thing.
different.
Phil, a cinnamon is a spice.
I
Tube
like
is
cinnamon.
A plastic.
What's the difference between a pipe and a tube, Mike? Please describe it to
Okay,
us.
a pipe is what's used in the house,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and a tube is like literal garbage.
Literal
A pipe is like what delivers
pipes.
You know,
Pipe-
like
pipes-
Tubes are fucking trash.
Hold on, wait a minute. Do you remember pneumatic tubes? You remember ever going to like a bank,
Tubes
a drive-through
are all
bank
over-
where you would
Mike,
get
tubes
the,
are
like,
all
little
around you.
Drop down the little drop down container. You would put your check or your cash in there, put it back in the pneumatic tube, and it would just
thing.
That was
just
pretty cool.
suck it away.
That came out in the 80s and it still
So
feels like
cool.
the future.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give tubes two different things that I think I really appreciate from tubes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still doesn't raise it up in my my
Okay.
rating here, but the two things I like, one is what Peter just described. Second is the fucking Blue Man Group. Blue Man Group has got tubes on lock. They know what they're doing. They know how to use
that's
tubes. Blue Man Group will take useless fucking garbage trash tubes and make beautiful music.
Can I
out of
ask you
them.
something about tubes, Mike?
Are those?
Do you remember?
Those are pipes.
Do you remember the screensaver tubes?
Yes.
Do you remember the
Yes, I do,
screensaver that was
yeah.
tubes? Did you never just?
I believe
sit
that was
there?
pipes, though. Actually,
That's
It
tubes.
is called pipe.
it's called pipes.
It's called pipe.
Can I ask you a question
the
about
pipe tube
tubes?
debate will never end.
Yeah.
Is it a tube
It's like
or
the
is it a
Hatfields
pipe?
and the McCoys.
Yes, Kevin.
How do you feel about boob tubes?
What'd you guys put as number 2?
Boots.
Boots.
Tubes.
Boots.
Boots is nice.
How did you guys?
Boots.
Where did you guys?
I'm a
Where
big,
did you rank boats then?
Number one.
I put boats as 2.
Come
I
on.
put boats as 3.
What's wrong with you, Phil?
Yeah.
Phil put
Do you know
tubes
that
as
an-
number 1 because Phil repairs appliances and he has
Tubes
an
are-
affection for tubes.
Tubes is nice.
What
But
did you put as number 1, Phil?
tubes.
What the fuck? Do you know that an aircraft carrier and a battleship are boats? How did you not put that at number 1?
I put boats as 3 because
Can you get shiplap in a tube?
yes, you can.
Did you know that refrigerators can float on the water, which makes them boats?
Yeah.
you know, I didn't expect to be put on trial right now, guys.
How did you not expect to be put on trial? This is SRT.
What are you talking about?
I put boats as 3 is because tubes, they're everywhere. I mean,
Tubes.
it's so obvious. Tubes is number 1.
Yeah, but how do
is
you get
number one.
how do
Tubes
you
has
get
to be
the
number
tubes
one.
across the water? You put them in a boat and take them over.
Boom.
It just every part of your life has tubes. Not every part of your life has boats.
Exactly.
I put boots as number 2 above boats for a very specific reason.
What? Why?
What's that?
Because without boots, mankind was probably still going to be scratching our butt and eating berries. You need to put boots on so you can walk over mountains, do crazy shit. Cowboys wore boots. Roman legionnaires wore boots.
Did they?
They're part of our. I mean, I'm just spitballing right now, but I'm putting boots on a level like the wheel, fire, footwear.
I would say boats are more on the level
Nuclear
of-
powered aircraft carrier.
Nuclear.
Okay. Non sequitur. I mean, it really just creates divides in our group, guys. I don't know if we should still continue playing.
At the end of
Do you
the
guys
day.
are you guys familiar with Elon Musk's Hyperloop?
I hate
Yeah,
him.
it's
Yes.
a series of tubes.
His
It's a
Hyperboots?
series of tubes.
I have to say that's definitely a tube,
It's
not
totally
a pipe,
tube.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree that that's a tube, not a pipe. I still don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I
Which is making me raise tubes
to me,
to
all,
number 1.
To me, all pipes are tubes.
But not all tubes are
No,
pipes.
no, no,
I don't
no,
think
no.
that's
Not all
exactly.
tubes are pipes.
I think you got it wrong. I think
But
it's
not all
some
pipes are tubes.
some tubes are pipes. All pipes are pipes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
No
only
one's arguing with that.
and only some
Look it.
tubes are. No, I've lost it.
I've said it before and I will say it again. The fallopian tubes are the most important tubes.
See, tubes come
We
up.
would not be here without
excuse
We would
me.
not be here without those tubes.
Fallopian pipes, you mean?
The fallopian duct.
Okay, you guys want to know the difference?
Yes.
A tube is measured by the outside diameter.
Okay.
A pipe is measured by the inside diameter.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
For fuck's
Arrest
sake.
that man.
All these pipes and tubes.
All these pipes and tubes.
That's the most
All I
pedantic
need to know about is a
difference
bag
between
pipe.
two things.
You wanna
I could
pedance right
possibly
now?
hear. Yeah, let's pedance right
Jim, the tubes and pedantic, they're not, they can eat sugar, okay? Jesus Christ.
What's number 1?
Boats. Boats.
Boats.
Boats. Boats.
Tubes are
Boats.
definitely number one.
Boats.
Look,
So is it really between boats and tubes?
Raise your hand for tubes right now.
Oh, shit, guys. Tubes, no,
Wait.
tubes are on boats, and boats would not exist without the tubes.
No,
Tubes is number one.
Boats have pipes.
I think
Tubes.
tubes is number one.
Like, have none of you ever worn like just a really good pair
Tube
of
top.
boots?
yes, I have, and they're number 2. I like boats better.
tubes
okay.
is number one.
I can't believe that.
I feel like we've been talking about tubes and boats, and I feel like boots just got left out of this conversation.
Didn't we talk about how they cross mountains?
Hey, a little bit. I mean, yeah, that's like one thing that boots do.
Okay.
Well-
okay. In conclusion, I just want to point out that I think I might have been the only one who kept them in the same order as we called them out for about 5 minutes prior to running this game. Boats, boots, bots, and tubes. I kept it in that order.
Wow.
Bosses too?
That's right, boys.
Go fuck yourself.
Down.
You've lost.
Fuck yourself with the.
I liked the way it sounded, and I kept it the same.
Boats, boots, bots, and tubes.
Come on down.
All right, well, we got our answer. Tubes is number one.
Well,
Tubes is number one.
Let
Tubes
us
is
know.
number one.
Let us know what you think, space fans, as you're listening. Go ahead and message us your order of these non sequitur things. Boats, boots.
The non sequitur ranking game.
Yep. Boats, bots, Boots and tubes. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Write a review on iTunes. That really helps us out. And tell a friend about it, whether you like it or not. Tell them out of spite.
Tell an enemy about it.
Tell an enemy. Tell an enemy.
Hate about us.
Honestly,
Tell a sea anemone about it.
Jealousy and enemy.
dude, hey, sea anemone, you gotta check this out. When you're next time you're at the aquarium and you're at that like touchy feely part where it's like the little whirlpool.
Put an iPod in the
The sea
anemone.
anemone 100% will not be in the touch and feels area. It stings you.
No, they are
they're
for sure.
there.
They're definitely
you can go
they
touch them.
Yeah, there's two things in those things, like sea
Anemones?
stars,
Starfish and enemies.
which I call sea stars.
Patrick.
Which is your right.
Are you not confusing those sea urchins?
No, there are sea urchins.
no,
there are sea
starfish
stars,
and
there
sea
are
anemone.
anemones in those tanks.
Yeah.
Those are like the
Phil,
three
go to a
things.
fucking aquarium.
Go to the aquarium. Go to the
Jeez.
aquarium. Come on,
Jesus
man.
Christ, Phil.
Your sea enemies.
Well, Jesus Christ,
You guys
Phil.
are becoming my sea enemies right now.
sea enemies.
Be sure to go out to aquarium, take photos, and send it to our email at PW Spacecast.
Please send
We
us.
want to see fish.
Please send us photos of your aquarium.
The aquarium is
trip.
pretty expensive.
What's
so.
a fish? I don't know what a fish looks like.
We can't afford to all go to the aquarium, so please go to the aquarium and take pictures and send it to us.
Snap some
So
pics
he's-
and let us know. Are there sea anemones in the little touchy-feely part of the aquarium? And
I don't got time to head down to an aquarium, buy a ticket, touch a sea anemone.
send those photos and those discoveries to pwspacecast@gmail.com. And as always, space fans, keep squirming.